All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we need to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and the course salutation to all Yaki and pushing the truth and sincerity. And this is the brothers from GMS Chicago. It's myself, Mariala. You got the brother Natazaki and the brother Rapaya. And basically, the brother that found the article. You go ahead and elaborate on that.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of brothers know that they've been hearing about how the Petro Yuan's gonna come into place, and it's gonna be launching. And today is the first day that it's officially on the market now, man. That these countries can use the Petro Yuan, okay? And we're gonna read a little bit of this article, and let's just read a little bit of this article from RT. Death of the U.S. dollar. China launches Petro Yuan to challenge greenback's dominance. It says the highly anticipated yuan-backed crude oil futures have been launched in Shanghai. China is the world's biggest oil consumer, with eyes on rival benchmarks Brent and WTI, as well as the U.S. currency. And this Petro Yuan is backed by gold, okay? See, the thing about the Petro dollar, it's not backed by anything. So all these other nations are going to flock to the Petro Yuan because they want assets. They actually want to have physical, something tangible, man. All right, they don't want basically monopoly money. All right, and this is going to start leading to the downfall of this American economic system, World War III. All right, that's what's going to happen eventually.
God, especially if, of course, China being the largest holder of debt, decides to call in that debt. They can't pay. America can't fucking pay its bills, man. It's the same way as back in Rome. Of course, the what happened? The armies were spread out afar. They owed huge debts to everyone, and they couldn't pay. And then what happened? Eventually, Rome fell, man, and the armies moved in on them.
That's right. I'm gonna read you got a scripture? I'm gonna keep reading. Trading of the new oil futures contracts for September settlement started on the Shanghai International Energy Exchange at 40. It says 440.20 yuans. So basically $69.70 per barrel. Reports Chinese daily, the South China Morning Post. Some 18,540 lots have reportedly been sold and purchased so far. And it says the long-awaited step evoked a surge in global prices for oil, with Brent crude soaring to $71 a barrel for the first time since 2015. So this is already affecting the markets. People are getting scared. Just speculations on a trade war is making prices go up, okay?
Hey, because what people don't get, this U.S. stock market, that shit's all fucking like it's a fairy tale, man. That's not what's really going on with the world markets. Because just because you could be trading the fucking U.S. dollar, that dollar could be it's basically getting devalued, man. So now you have to go convert your money to this, basically the Petro Yuan, and then convert it to the Yuan, then the Petro Yuan, to be able to trade. Now America is of course getting upset because no one's using their paper dollar anymore, so to speak, because you would have to basically convert everything to the paper dollar, then to the of course the Petro US dollar. So that's taking away the buying power of the dollar, and that's really all America has left, man. Their so-called monetary system and their army. That's all they have, man. So what's that gonna cause? So when all these nations stop using these dollars and these dollars start coming back, that's gonna cause prices and everything over here to go up. And basically it's gonna force America to go and do what they do best, man. Try to steal to keep the economy going. Try to go into these other nations, start wars, start conflicts. And that's another major thing with these these cryptocurrencies. That's why America is trying so heavy to get a fucking what you call the like a digital currency, because they know this fucking paper shit's gonna fail, and they have to fucking try to basically reboot the system or whatnot. Find something to keep this place going, man. And that's ultimately gonna usher in that RFID chip.
That's right. U.S. crude benchmark West Texas Intermediate WTI reached the highest level in 3 years at 66.55 per barrel, so $66.55 per barrel, before retreating to $65.53. Experts see China's yuan dominated contrast as historic as the new features symbolize the first time that foreign investors can access a Chinese commodity market. The launch ends years of setbacks and delays since the country's first attempt at listing the securities in 1993. At the same time, the Petro Yuan launch is seen as a blow to the U.S. dollar that has been weakening in recent months. I'm gonna get the scripture now in this Genesis. This is Genesis 47:15. And when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. Okay, so basically that's what's happening again. Okay, this is Egypt all over again, and that money's failing again. Okay.
And really think about America too, man. America is it's so fucking far gone because it imports everything, man. It doesn't. The only thing America really is making is fucking guns. You know what I mean? Guns and fucking sodomites. But, you know, you gotta say it like that. But it's like America is fucking. It imports everything, man. You know what I mean? It even hits half of America's workforce is in these other foreign lands, man. So, hey, they don't have what it takes to sustain itself, man. So when you have these huge cargo ships or whatnot, the shipping industry, you have ships pulling into ports in the U.S. and pulling right back out because they want to be paid in gold now. You know what I mean? They don't want this fucking dollar because the dollar is too much of a hassle. It's not worth a dollar really, and it's not worth shit. It's just paper now.
Going back to that this article, and it says the U.S. dollar is the predominant settlement currency for oil futures contracts. On Monday, the greenback slipped to a 16-month low against the Japanese yen, but remained steady against a basket of 6 major currencies. Chinese authorities have reportedly accelerated the launch amid growing crude imports. Last year, the country outpaced the U.S. as the world's #1 importer of oil. Thus, the contracts may not only help to win some control over pricing from the major international benchmarks, but also promote the use of Chinese currency in global trade. Yep, and that's going to weaken the dollar even more.
It was funny, like a while ago, you had Trump. He did some huge trade agreement, and he had got basically the option to take gold or take the dollar. And, you know, you would think the president of America, he would take the dollar. He took the gold, man. Because these elites know what's happening. Like, a lot of these elites already pulled out of the American dollar a long time ago and are heavily invested in the yuan, man.
That's right. And it says the greenback will get weaker as soon as other nations have a real credible alternative to it. Ann Lee, adjacent professor of economics and finance at New York University and author of the book What the U.S. Can Learn from China, told RT. It is more of a game changer for the U.S. As soon as the other nations have a real credible alternative to the U.S. dollar, they can dump dollars and switch to the yuan, which can spark a dollar crisis. If that happens, not only will there be inflation from the tariffs, but also from the flood of dollars, said Lee. You know?
Hey, you can see that because a lot of these nations are using that dollar. Like the fucking yuan is heavy in fucking Africa. You know what I mean? You're gonna fucking see it be heavy over in fucking Europe.
Yep, that Salakiak, that whole BRICS like a pack, man.
Yep.
Which BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, Russia, and China, South Africa, man. All right, and then those are like the 5 major countries that created the BRICS. Okay, but there's also other nations that are attached to it, such as Venezuela and some other countries as well. I can't remember who attached themselves onto the BRICS system, but you know it's a lot of countries now, man. Okay, so those countries they've been waiting for this to go on to basically launch, man. This is a few years in the making, man. This wasn't something that just happened overnight, basically. You know. Should I, what scripture should I get? That Revelation or?
Yeah, that's actually a good scripture.
You know, what was it? Revelation 17, and let's go down. Revelation 17 and Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So yeah, the 10 horns represents EU, and the beast represents NATO. That beast that the whore was sitting on, man, they're hating the whore now, man. That's why everyone's, basically getting away from the dollar. They're speaking against the America, its policies, its leaders, and eventually physical war is going to happen. It's just only a matter of time. Okay.
Hell, even with the Brexit, Britain, of course, is the America is the birth child of Britain. Hey, but that was basically rebelling against the king, man. That was basically like a huge insurrection, man. That's prophesied, basically the house divided against itself, man. So you see these scriptures and you see the prophecies coming to pass, and basically it's right now, even though it's like, I guess you could say like Cold War status, it's all financial. This is gonna usher in the actual, basically the wars won't be rumors anymore, man. Now it has to turn physical now, man, because now, when basically, like, even when that Brexit happened, people got laid off the next day. Even here in America, people lost their jobs the next day. You seen like a ripple effect the very next day with prices, man. So when people start pulling out of this dollar, you're gonna start seeing, like, you'll see changes like the very next day. It's some of these stupid Americans who fucking think this shit's gonna fucking last.
I'm gonna read a little bit more. For the Most High hath put it in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. So this is all happening because the Most High put His will in their minds, man. All right, the king's mind is in the hand of the Lord. Roughly paraphrasing, was it in Proverbs? And it says, "In the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth." And we know that's America, man, because whatever America pretty much says, it goes, man. Okay, but we're at that time period where everyone's starting to rebel against that whore, man. Okay, you got scripture, Akim?
You got Proverbs 22 and 7.
All right, I'll get that. Proverbs 22 and 7. It says, "The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender."
God, and that's basically how America's fucking set up, man. But now you see that shit's fucking falling, man. Like, America's built. It's basically a fucking it's modern. It's slavery, man. It's a huge debt system, man. Hey, but now America itself is in fucking debt, man. Hey, so once China puts in their call, like, hey, we're calling in all this debt, and America fucking can't pay it, what is the next thing they have to give up, man? The people, the livestock. Because that's basically what keeps the stock market. That's what the stock market is. It's the livestock. The so-called people out here in the world, man. Hey, so that movie, like, what's it called? Red Dawn. The fucking Bushwick. That shit's gonna really happen, man. Like, they're not making these movies just for fucking play, man. That shit, it's all prophesied. These things are gonna happen, man. You're gonna see civil wars break out, and you already seeing that, man. Because now these peon Edomites, they're mad. They don't fucking have the fucking same job security that they used to. You know what I mean? Hey, you fucking see the collapse you literally see the collapse of the kingdom, man. So you're gonna see the civil wars break out. You're gonna see the insurrection, the Egyptian fighting the Egyptian, and then ultimately before you see the nukes, you're gonna see the World War III, man. It's all gonna it's gonna, like, what do you call it, domino effect? Yeah. Kind of read verse 8 too.
All right, verse 8. "He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail."
So Esau would rule. He rules the world, man. But it's his fucking time. It's his time. It's the end of his age now, man. It's Jacob's turn, man. You see the fucking fall of his kingdom, man. It's going down brick by brick, man. Slowly but surely, man. But now it's speeding up, And And what he sold iniquity. Hey, look, he basically tricked the whole goddamn world, and they fucking using a paper dollar. Look, give me your gold, and I'll give you this dollar system and some fucking democracy while you're at it. You know, but now that shit, these nations are waking up to that bullshit, man. And Esau's army isn't what it fucking used to be, man. I seen some article about fucking Trump only allows the trannies in the army for certain occasions, man. Like this guy, one day he's kicking trannies out the army, next day he's bringing them back in because no one, the rates for people joining the army is so fucking low, and then half the people who want to join are too fucking fat. But that's how bad it is, man. It's like shit. It's like his army ain't what it used to be, man.
God. You got a precept, Doc?
Yeah, I just had one. So I can.
It's all good, Doc.
This is sorry. This is second Esdras.
Okay, hold on. Second Ezra's.
15 and at 16.
All right, second Ezra's 15. Where am I? Second Ezra's 15, and you said 16.
Yeah, because once this once the economy collapses, and people are not going to be able to eat, the love of many will wax cold. You know what I'm saying? And like this scripture here says, Second Ezra 15 and 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, right? So people people you grew up with, that love is going to wax cold, and they know what you got. They know you very well. They're going to invade you, steal what you have, most likely kill you, you know what I mean, so that they could live another day. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, right? Because there's not going to be 911. So if they're going to want to give you judgment right there and kill you or have you die slow, it's going to be in the power of their hands at that point, right? Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You know what I mean? Because then this place is going to be shut down to have control. That's why all these people live in these cities, and there's a huge population. I think here in Chicago we have like 8 or 9 million or so, roughly. So that's all for control. And once this all pops off with martial law, they're going to shut down the streets and neighborhoods, and we won't be able to get to one another. You know what I'm saying?
Keep going on.
Verse 18, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yeah, so all this is happening because of the pride, man. What does it say in the scriptures in Proverbs? Pride goeth before destruction.
That's right.
And this place is built on pride. What is it? The proud, the Marines or something like that?
That's right.
America pushes that vibration. Can you read one more verse?
Sure. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, and that's gonna happen, man. And this basically this scripture in a sense ties in with that article we read about the Petro Yuan being launched and how it's gonna basically help kill the dollar, so to speak, man. All right. And these people are gonna go nuts out here because they're gonna lose their jobs. They're not gonna have money to buy goods. The brother Mariala always says, man, a loaf of bread is gonna cost you like $50 or something like that.
Shit, like
like
the Great, I guess you could say like the Great Depression days. Hell, even during
Republic.
Say it again.
I think it's the Weimar Republic.
Is that the one that happened in Nazi Germany?
Yeah, Nazi Germany.
Hey, you motherfuckers had to have wheelbarrows of fucking money. Wheelbarrows. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, you go into the store with a wheelbarrow of money and like what, you're only gonna get one loaf of bread and then you think you're really gonna get to the house with the loaf of bread? I remember seeing some movie, it was like basically a movie about Hannibal Lecter, but it was like the newest one that came out. They had basically just showed you cannibalism in the movie. Like they were so fucking hungry and so fucking poor that they just said, hey, the youngest kid, they fucking just made a goddamn stew out of her and just boiled her. And that's what people gonna turn to, man. Believe it or fucking not, these people can't go fucking a day without eating, man. If I was talking to my goddamn nigga woman, I'm like, why don't you go on a fast? That shit was like, she looked at me, I had fucking 6 heads. I could have been Satan sitting in the damn car the way she looked at me. But it's that serious, man. Like, Americans, like, It's they overindulgence and over excess of everything is basically fuck these people up, man.
Yeah, the pride of life.
Yep.
I got this real quick. Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Hey, so look at the fucking job market now. Everybody's fucking doing Lyft, Uber, like basically service level jobs where it's like, hell, now these jobs want you to come in the gate with your own equipment, so to speak. There's no real job market out here. Like, you can't just go like, oh, I'm gonna go fucking I don't know, become like a doctor or something anymore. It's like everything's turned into like basically service industry in America. It's either you're fucking poor or you're fucking wealthy and rich. There's no like middle class shit anymore, you know. So like the grind, you see it. The grind is fucking. This shit's it's wrapped up, man. Like, you have to have like 2-3 jobs just to survive in this place.
Yep. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grounding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and at the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yep.
So right. Even with this Trump bringing out this goddamn food box, man, that just shows you like they're cutting out this link card and they're giving you fucking food rations. Like,
yeah, that's serious.
Yeah, because these stores don't even, they're not bringing in, hey, the earth isn't yielding fruit like that. You know, this famine is evidently near, man.
And that shows you too, man, that war is getting prepared. When you're getting food rations now,
yep,
they're not putting their money into the agricultural aspect of the country anymore. They're putting it all into military expenses, man. You know, that's where what Trump is doing. Hey, it says, I think I forgot the article, but I think military expenses have increased since he got into office, man. Because that World War III is about to pop off. Because they knew what was going on before he was in office. You know, they knew that Russia was and China were, you know, basically in the BRICS nations were setting up this, you know, Petro Yuan, getting this Silk China, the Silk Belt Road, Slovakia. Okay, they knew all these things were in place, man. All right. So the only thing they could do is really just get this war started. They're prepping for war. You got a scripture?
Should we go in Isaiah 24?
You got something probably, or do you want?
I guess we say Isaiah 24, like read 5 to like about 9, and we probably end it with that.
Come on. Go to 10 actually. And even 11, Slovakia. Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Hey, yeah, so basically Esau just fucking, he dealt with no equity, man. So this is what happens when you fucking deal with no equity. You know what I mean? This is what happened when you fucking, you know, you take usury, you build a fucking fraudulent fucking money system, you fucking ultimately transgress the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, this is the product. You see it. You see Babylon, man. This is the product of the shit. You know?
And it says, verse 5, or Salaki, verse 6, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt, and few men left.
Yeah, the mindsets of all these fucking people are gone. Primarily, you want to just focus on, of course, the Israelites, you Native Americans, Latinos, and it's like Negroes, you know, which are the biblical Israelites. The mindsets of you people are gone, man. Hey, the few men is talking about, of course, the apostles and elders and the brothers. I'm gonna just say it, the brothers, all the brethren who are following Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, primarily the men of Great Millstone. But that's still a few men left, man. You know, because hey, this place is done, man. Hey, it's damn near outlawed to be a fucking man in this goddamn place, man. You see the mindset, the fucking conditions that Jake is living in, you know.
Verse 7, the new wine mourneth, the vine languished, all the merry-hearted do sigh.
Because ultimately, you look at, of course, we're the merry-hearted, man, but it's still, we're mourning right now, man. We're crying our power to get us the fuck out of here, man. Because ultimately, I cannot see fucking living in this place. God forbid, like, you know how fucking motherfuckers playing out their goddamn retirement, age 50 and shit. I don't want to make it past fucking another year of living in this goddamn place. People think I'm fucking crazy, but it's the truth, man. Because what do you have in this place besides fucking getting your back broken, having to see a fucking bunch of abominations? It's like, this isn't really fucking living, man.
And it says, the mirth of, verse 8, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth.
Yeah, so that party and bullshit ass spirit in America, this whole fucking keeping your mind captivated with the sports and all this shit, that shit's done, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the fucking I guess you could say the party people are all fucking going home, man. Now shit's getting real, man. The party's over and the fucking, the fucking DJ scratches the record, lights cut on, everybody fucking flee like roaches. That's to say the party's over with now.
And it says, they shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Yeah, so this whole fucking American way. Now these nations are fucking fed up, man. They fucking like, man, they've been drinking this fucking Babylon juice for so long. Fucking realize like, oh, this shit is fucking poison, man. Hey, of course Jake is fucking waking up. This place is nothing but fucking poison, man. The ways of this world are fucking poison, man. Somebody tells you in fucking Micah, come out of it, because it'll destroy you even with a sure destruction, man.
And it says, the city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in.
You definitely gonna see that when this fucking when basically the grind has ceased, man. When the famine of the word comes, this net neutrality bill passes, when the fucking when they fucking start shipping your fucking young men off to war, young women too, start shipping them off to this fucking war. And you already see it, man, because America, at one point, it was like, what, AAA credit rating? Now that shit's gone, man. They're not even fucking maintaining what they have in this place. Everything's gone to hell and back. America's really turning into what you call like a third world country overnight.
It says, there is crying for wine in the streets, all joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone.
Yup, so it's fucking the folly in this place is fucking gone, man. That crying for wine is ultimately is gonna be the crying for the understanding, man. Because once they fucking shut this internet off, of which they're fucking hella close, because now you see the centurions coming to the cap. You see them fucking scouting out the camps, looking at the brethren. Now the centurion, like now Esau's actually making his fucking presence known. So it's just but a fucking short time now, man.
God.
We're not gonna fucking be out there much longer, man. This on the days of Noah. Hey, when that ark got shut, no man could open that door. That was it, man. So if you receive this, hey, you better fucking get on board before the doors of the ark get shut.
Run with it.
Yep.
So, anything else, Arkim?
Unless you brothers have you anything else?
Oh, the Amos 8 and 11.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful scripture. Let me get it real quick for the screen. Amos 8 and 11. Can you read down to 13, Ak?
Sure. Amos chapter 8 verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. Right? Okay. Because you see us out every week, week in and week out, and the time's coming where we're not going to be out there anymore. You know what I mean? And you're going to be searching. Okay. And the next verse goes into it. And they shall wander from sea to sea, from people to people, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. You know what I mean? Because when you had the opportunity, the leisure to come seek the Lord, you didn't. You had all your benefits, and you still didn't know the Lord.
They didn't consider
you. They didn't consider, right? Yeah, Isaiah 1:3.
Yep.
Yeah. Verse 13. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Right? And because they're not going to find it, man.
Hey, proving these words of life, man. Yeah, Shah said, what? Eat of me, drink of me, you should never thirst again, never hunger again.
Right.
So this is actually what the fuck is gonna be the year. Hey, that was actually in the real sense gonna bring the actual literal food too, man. Cause in that day, Yahweh Shah is gonna work miracles to feed the elect.
Right.
So you gotta fucking, hey, if you not dealing with the words of Yahweh Shah, it's like hell, you fucking, hey, just get ready to fucking starve to death, man.
Find a way.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Anything else?
Nah, I'm good. I'm really good.
All right. Well, you know, hopefully that was edifying. You know, we wanted to give a quick update on, you know, this geopolitical activities that are, you know, happening, you know, in this world, and you know, hopefully, like I said, you know, it was edifying to those who are listening. And with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai,
Washahar Kadash.
and double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And salutations to all the Akim out there. Shalom.
Shalom.
Come on.